This is Anthony from Trader's Ultimate Edge, and let's talk about one of our indicators, the pivot points. Okay, now I want to be very, very clear that I did not invent pivot points. In fact, this is the reason that they work. They were invented a long time ago. They're frequently used by big institutions to help find buying and selling levels. And if you've ever read John Carter's masterpiece, Mastering the Trade, I really recommend everybody read that. If you've ever read that, he talks about pivot points extensively. But the problem is that there are two equally valid ways to calculate pivot points. One uses HLC3 as the source, the other uses OHLC4 as the source. So what I did was I got the correct calculation for pivot points and I applied both sources. Turn this on and you can see both sources on your chart. I trade every day with pivot points enabled. I never have them off. Look at this. These two pivot points correspond to, let's zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so here's the daily in white. So these are the support 1 pivot points, and these are support 2. But like I was just saying, there's two ways to calculate, OHLC4 and HLC3. So the HLC3 calculation, OHLC4 calculation, or they might be vice versa, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, both are followed. That's why if you use any of the other pivot point calculations out there, they only use one or the other. Ours use both. Now, this indicator isn't difficult to replicate if you'd like to do it on your own. I just told you how I do it. But we do have this included along with our suite of indicators to help you find institutional levels of support and resistance every day. This indicator tends to work very well on the overall markets. So on ES or SPY, for example, NQ, QQQ, or on the Dow, right, the YM, or on the Russell, or any of the big stocks that's traded by the big institutions. Okay, that's where these pivot points tend to work the best. And that's just a little bit about them, a little bit how we use them, and this indicator is included with every customer of Trader's Ultimate.